सान्द्रानन्दावबोधात्मकमनुपमितं कालदेशावदिभ्या निर्मुक्तं नित्यमुक्तं निगमशतसहस्रेण निर्भास्यमानम् अस्पष्टं दृष्टमात्रे पुनः उरुपुरुषार्थात्मकं ब्रह्मतत्त्वं तत्तावत् भाति साक्षात् गुरुपवनपुरे हन्त भाग्यं जनानाम् अज्ञात्वा ते महत्त्वं यदिह निगदितं विश्वनाथ क्षमेथः स्तोत्रं चैतत्सहस्रोत्तरमधिकतरं त्वत्प्रसादाय भूयात् वेधा नारायणीयं श्रुतिषु च जनुषा स्तुत्यता वर्णनेन स्फीतम् लीलावतारैरिदमिह कुरुताम् आयुरारोग्य सौख्यम् आयुरारोग्य सौख्यम्.
Guru Pavanapure Hantabhagyam Janana. Namaskar to all the Astikas. As we have experienced the different Krishna Leelas as performed by Krishna in Gokulam and Vrindavanam, here comes one name that is often associated with Krishna, Venu Gopala. I am sure those of you who have been learning Shastriya Sangeetam would surely remember Rara Venu Gopala Rajita Saguna Jayashila Sarasakshane Ramini Marupada Korvalera Rara Venu Gopala. Venu Gopala, the one who protects the cows and also entertains them by playing the flute. This particular Dashakam is dedicated to that Venu Gopala Sri Krishna. Bhaṭṭatiri says, Tvadvapurnavakalaya komalam prema dohanam asesha mohanam brahma tattva parachinmudatmakam vikshya sammumuhur anvaham striyaha. Vikshya anvaham tadvapuhu. Every day your form is seen. Bhaṭṭatiri says, every day. So he says, anvaham tadvapuhu. Tvadvapuhu, your form, which is your rupam. Vikshya anvaham. It has been noticed or people see it every day. Who is this people whom he is talking about? Navakalaya komalam. Now first he describes that body. He says, it is like the freshly blossomed kalaya pushpam. So, Navakalaya komalam, the softness that is attached to a newly blossomed flower, that can be seen in your tvadvapuhu, in your body. Prema dohanam, asesha mohanam. And that particular form evokes that love, that shringaram. Prema dohanam, it invokes that love. Ashesha mohanam. And there is not one person in this world who is not captivated by that form. See, that is the beauty. Yes, there are forms, there are beautiful forms. It may captivate a few. For a few eyes, you may say, oh, that man looks really handsome. A few others may say, he is not so. You may say that that woman is really beautiful. For a few eyes, it may appear so. But Krishna is Asesha Mohanam. He captivates everyone without leaving any balance. So, Prema Dohanam, Ashesha Mohanam, Tattva Parachit Mudatmakam. Who is this Krishna? He is Sakshat Narayana, Yesha Narayana Śrīman, Kshirarnava Niketanaha, Nagapariyamka Mutsrijya, Hyagato Maduram Purim. So that Bhagavan who came to Mathura is none but Narayana. Who is he? Tattva Parachit Mudatmakam. That one who is the very form of knowledge and the one who gives us bliss, the one who bestows bliss and is the form of knowledge. Tattva Parachit mudatmakam Brahma. That is verily Brahman. He is verily very much Sakshat Brahman. Striyaha Sammumuhu. See, this is where we need to do a bit of an explanation, because the commentator both in Balabodhani and Bhaktaranjani details this. Striyaha, the women especially, Sammumuhu. So what does Sammumuhu mean? The commentator says those who were detached from their family, their husbands, their fathers, their sons, their brothers. So they were completely detached from their family. On the other hand, they were infatuated, they were attracted to Krishna. Now the commentator asks a certain question. He raises in Purva Paksham, Yadrisham Purushasyeha Paradarabhimarshanam. It is generally said you should never even look at the wives of other men. Your eyes should not fall on such women. You should respect such women. They are wives of somebody else, which Ravana did not follow. But here we proudly say Krishna was dancing and he was attracting various women. There could be married women also. How do we reconcile with this? Second, he says, for the woman, Panigrahasya sadhvi stri, jivato va mritasya va, patirokam abhipsanti nacharet kinchidapriyam. In those days, it was a complete belief that a woman who's married is completely dedicated to her husband's family, to her family. So, considering the situation then, how did these women, the Gopikas threes, are going to the place where Krishna was playing the flute and Krishna seeming to attract all kinds of women, reconcile? He also goes on to state Krishna's own Vakyam, Yadyacharati Sreshtaha Tattadevo Itaro Janaha. Tattadevaha Itaro Janaha. The Itara, the other men will always follow Yadyacharati Sreshtaha. Whoever you idolize or whomever you respect, whatever they do, they'll follow. So if Krishna does this, won't the world also follow? Here, the understanding, the explanation he gives is because Krishna Sakshat Parabrahman, the entire world is his Sharira. So, if at all these women come, they are a part of his Shariram. All that Krishna does cannot be extrapolated to mundane human. Because for him, he shows that Paradbrahma Tattva. Whereas we don't. We possess the Jivatma within inside, there is an Antaryami to it. But we are not the Paramatma, we are still the Jivatma. So, the reconciliation is Krishna's acts cannot be extrapolated to us. And at the same time, whatever Krishna does will be accordance with the Shastras. So, Krishnam Dharmam Sanatanam says Mahabharata. As Bhaṭṭatiri says this, he moves to the next shloka. Manmatonmatitha manasaha kramat tvadvilokana ratastataha gopikas sehire hare kalanopagadamapyaharmukhe. Hey Hare, hey Krishna, the one whose form attracts all the hearts. You end up stealing the hearts. Alvar 2 says, Kandavartam manam valangum kannavuratin karmani gopikaha kramat. The Gopikas, one by one, day after day, kramat, unmatita, unmatita manasaha. Those hearts which have been tormented by Manmatha. Manmatha is the god of Shringara, love. In the modern day parlance, we call him Cupid. So, Manmatha, Unmatita, Manasaha, their hearts have been highly tormented by Manmatha. Tatas Tataha, they are standing here and there. Everywhere they are standing to watch what? Tvadviloka narataha. Tvadviloka narataha. So they are just waiting to have a look of you, to have a glimpse of you. Krishna, their hearts, the hearts of the Gopikas threes, tormented by Manmatha, they are all waiting to see you. Na sehire kananopagatim. Kananopagatim. But they could not withstand, they could not take that separation when you were going to the forest. You were not going elsewhere. You were just going to the forest like how you would go every day. Even that amount of separation, na sehire kananopagatim. Even you walking to the forest, kanana upagatim. You're walking towards the forest. Na sehire, they couldn't take. Tava aharmuke api. That is in the early morning also. They would come out of their houses and they would keep waiting to have a glimpse of you and couldn't withstand you moving out of that place momentarily to the forest. Nirgate bhavati tat तद्दृष्टयः त्वद्गतेन मनसा मृगेक्षणाः वेणुनादमुपकर्ण्य दूरतः त्वद्विलासकथयाभिरेमिरे दत्तदृष्टयः भवति निर्गते. With glances on you that were fixed on you, that when you were leaving for the forest, datta drishtayah bhavati nirgate. So when you were moving to the forest, when the eye glances were fixed, tvargatena manasa mrige kshanaha. So mentally their thoughts were always with you. So physically they may have not come. When their doe like eyes, full of Shringaram was following you, it looked as if the eyes were walking. So equally their eyesight was following you. Twadgatena manasa mriga ikshanaha. Mriga ikshanaha. Mriga is a deer, a doe. Ikshanaha is the beautiful chanchala drishti of the doe. So these women have had such beautiful eyes, mrigekshanaha, manasa, from their hearts. Twadgatena. So eyes they saw, minds were going behind Krishna. Twadgatena manasa mrigekshanaha upakarnya venunadam durataha. So they were able to hear the sound, the melodious sound that was emanating from the flute. Venunadam durataha. So that was being played at a distance, that was being heard by them. Upakarnya, they were able to hear. Abhiremire. What happened as a result of it? They heard the Venunadam and they were delighted. So Abhiremire, they enjoyed it. Twadvilasa Kathaya, and they started revisiting or remembering, reminiscing your exploits. So they started thinking, what happened? Putana Vadham happened like this. Krishna used to come and hug me. Krishna used to pinch me and then he broke that butter pot. So each of your Bala Leelas were discussed by these women. Twadvilasa Kathaya, Twadvilasa Kathaya. काननान्तमितवान् भवानपि स्निग्धपादपतले मनोरमे व्यत्यया कलितपादमास्थितः प्रत्यपूरयत वेणुनालिकां भवान् अपि इतवान् काननान्तं. And you, having gone to that forest, Krishna has left this place and has gone to the forest. Itavan kananantam. He has gone into the forest. Bhavanapi. You had gone. Pratyapurayata venunalikam asthitaha. You played the flute standing. As you were standing, you were playing the flute. Vyatyaya kalita padam. Vyatyaya kalita padam is cross-leg. See, Natya Shastram, it is generally said, when we deal with a certain posture of Shiva, of Sammohana Krishna, they will all not be standing straight. One knee will be slightly bent. One of the foot would have been tilted this way. There'll be a bend in the hip. So it's called Tribhangam. So in three places, there is a bend. That is believed to be the most photogenic of all postures. So here he says, Vyatyaya Kalita Padam. Here Krishna was standing cross-legged. That is the beauty. When Krishna stands cross-legged with his shoulders slightly tilted, with the Venuganam being played like this and that reaching the lips, Vyatyaya Kalita Padam Manorame Snigdha Pada Patale. And where was he standing? Under the cool shade of a tree. Imagine a large tree extending very well, and under the green foliage in its shade is Krishna, who is an admixture of the dark hue of the collyrium, a little tinge of green and the little tinge of blue, standing cross-legged with the Venu. Who will not be captivated? So, Manorame Snigdha Pada Patale. Snigdha Padam. Snigdha Padam is the shade of a tree. Patale, Snigdha Pada Patale. Krishna was standing cross-legged. What happened to the women? Did they come to that place or they just heard the music? So, what was the beauty about this music? All that in the next episode.
Life is a learning. Every day is a learning. So, why stop? We are very happy to present Ramayana Pariksha RAP 2025. This is being organized by our trust Deshika Daya. It is an online examination All that you have to do is to read the book Ramayanam Volume 1 that I have authored, and 2, register for the exam. It is happening on the 22nd of June 2025. Exciting prizes, and the biggest prize is reading the Ramayana and answering the questions. Age no bar, geography no bar. So why stop? Register soon. Namaskar.
कल्याणरूपाय कलौ जनानां कल्याणदात्रे करुणासुधाब्दे कंवादिदिव्यायुधसत्कराय वातालयाधीश नमो नमस्ते। नारायण 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 नारायण